Hi everybody. Happy February. Happy eclipse too. That's really exciting. So in case you haven't heard, I am coming to LA and Oakland in April. If you want more information on that, go to the link below, thespiritualsiren.com/events. I will be dropping the tickets and all the details for in-person readings and the events on February 1st. If you fill out that form on the events page, you will get early access to tickets, okay? I will not be doing the love readings for paid subscription. One, because no one said anything about it. And two, basically, if y'all are okay with not getting them every month, then I don't mind putting them out there for the free $99. Also, from now, when you're seeing this video, till Valentine's Day, the end of Valentine's Day, February 14th, if you donate any amount of money to my channel, which the link is below and it's on the homepage of my website. If you donate anything, $1 and upwards, I will pull an oracle card for you from the Abraham Hicks deck. Okay, I will send it to the email in your PayPal. Okay, unless you put a different one in the notes. That card does not come with a description because they have the description on them. Okay. But that's a thank you from me to you for all of you that have subscribed to my channel and support me, and it'll help the events that I'm doing out in LA and Oakland, and to start getting ready for me to do more events because I have more cooking. All right, as always, to be updated with me on the regular, on like the everyday basis, follow me on Instagram and Twitter _spiritual_siren, and I started to share my plant-based food on Instagram and Twitter. So if you're interested in that, that's definitely where to start, though it will come to YouTube at some point. But anyways, love you guys. Peace. Alright, Taurus, so first things first, my feet right now feel like they're dying to grow roots, okay? Now, even though you're an earth sign, us earth signs, I think, underestimate how much grounding work we actually have to do. So I think in February, you're really going to be focused on grounding yourself. Like, I'm getting like pins and needles in my feet, but that's not actually what it is. And it's in the balls of my feet. So I feel like being active, being on your feet in a way that you're not normally, like, whether it be exercise, yoga, making a lot of physical moves, like traveling, hitting the ground, running, you know what I mean? I feel like you're just physically doing more than you normally do. And it's really bringing you onto your toes, if you will, making you stay on your toes. There we go. Lovers. Oh, 9 of Wands, the Chariot, 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So I believe Aries also got this in their beginning shuffle, the Lovers. So obviously eclipse season is a big deal. It really brings us to a precipice of who am I now and where do I want to head next? Meaning we always have the opportunity to accelerate or ascend or choose our highest self. And there is some hesitation here on taking the new higher road, if you will. Yet you know that's what's best for you. You're very clear on that. Like logically, like you understand that that's what's best for you. Okay? But there's a hesitation, I think, because it requires you to really be aware of the baggage that you're carrying. Okay? But once you make the decision to communicate your needs, to take the messages your body is giving you and execute. If writing is something that is cathartic to you or is a part of a process that really expels energy, because the sensation I'm getting on the bottom of my feet is you need a way to expel energy. So whatever way gets your head clear, gets your head in the game, and gets you into your higher self, that's what you need to be doing this month. And any hesitation you have towards it
is going to just be like, well, I could ignore that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the temptation to ignore it. However, I don't think you actually will with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands here, because again, travel is highlighted. Some of you are going to be traveling. Maybe to see, I wanted to say a lover, which I wasn't even looking at the Lover's card when I thought that, because to me, the Lover's card is not very romantic. But with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands here, there's like this hesitation to hold on to emotional baggage or to really push through and give yourself what you need. And it's like, all you need to do is just decide you are going to acknowledge it. And once you acknowledge it, things fly forward. Okay. So don't be afraid of doing any heavy lifting, because it's not going to be as heavy as you thought. With the Eight of Wands here, I think that you're going to get a lot of support. I think you're going to get a lot of messages from your higher self. Could be from other people as well. But this feels more like physical movement to me. Okay, so even if it's short distance, there's a lot of moving around this month that is going to bring you a level of clarity you have not received in a while. And with the Two of Pentacles here, which has been a common card for all the signs so far, we have to bring ourselves into our environment in a physical way, right? Because this part of the energetic shift that we're in really requires us to acknowledge how energy flows through the physical body. And that's why grounding and moving and just being very present is prominent right now. And that will accelerate your path, okay? So with the King of Swords here, it's essential that you acknowledge what you know to be true, okay? So this isn't just keeping knowledge and just pulling it out of your hat, if you will, when it's convenient. This is applying it, okay? All right, Taurus. You're my first reading in the morning. I gotta sip my coffee. I'm really loving this reading for you. A lot. First of all, you're my sister sign. You know I respect and love my Tauruses. But I feel like you guys have been going through it a little bit for the last couple of months. And I know that change bothers you a little bit more than other people. And I feel you. I feel you on that. But the overall energy this month is the Fool, okay? So I feel like you're turning over a whole new leaf in a way that you previously had really resisted. And I mean, eclipses kind of don't allow us to resist change, whether we like to or not. But there is two major arcanas here, and it's the Wheel and the World. So it's kind of like change is imminent, but you have the power to direct the wheel in whatever direction is more favorable. So please know that you have the option to fight off these shifts that are happening. All it's going to do is delay it and make it more of a burden. But you do have that option, as we always do. We always can kind of throw a wrench in our own gears. But you are being offered a clean slate, if you will, because with the Wheel in your headspace, you know change is on your mind and that you're ready for something different. You're ready for things to accelerate. You're ready for things to, this chapter to end and a new chapter to begin. And Spirit is advising you to do that. And the Fool is saying you can end it all and start again like that. Like it's all in your hands. Now, eclipses take 6 months to unfold. We're going to have one on the 30th of January, and then we're going to have another one later in February. So you're probably already feeling this energy. I'm recording this on the 22nd. However, again, there's always this time and space where we're all allowed, not just you, every sign, can kind of like get lost in the mud, if you will, and get lost in the chaotic energy of like, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? So I think that's why I was getting the message, you guys, to really ground and bring yourself into your body, because when things get chaotic or just unsure and unsteady, some of us more than others have a tendency to check out, because then we don't have to, like, we're seeing it unfold, but we're not experiencing it. So it's important that you really stay embodied this month and really experience the shifts that are happening, because there are choices to be made, okay? It's kind of like, you know, you're a conductor of a train and you're on the center track, but you also can reroute yourself to either other two tracks. Your destination is going to be the same regardless. However, you have the option to accelerate, take a scenic route, you know, whatever. Go local, go express. So I feel like the only challenge you're really facing is to choose different, meaning going the opposite route of what you would normally do. That will grant you the freedom. Okay, that will grant you the freedom from old inhibitions, right? The Fool has nothing with him, basically. It will grant you the freedom from old inhibitions that you have been trying to escape by staying in your same life, but using other mechanisms to escape. Like, Spirit is giving you, like, a proper toolkit, if you will, to enjoy life in a more present, I want to say, artistic manner. Who did I say was living a Venusian Taurus-like life? I think it was Pisces this month. But anyways, let's get into it. So what you're being asked to let go is the 9 of Swords with the Page of Wands. On the Page of Wands, we have the rune protection. Now, for me, I feel like you've been trying to protect your inner child and protect your creative endeavors, or rather creative ideas. I don't even think this has fully manifested into something that you could even present to somebody. Okay? And part of you is saying, you know what? If I don't ever release this out into the world, if I don't ever show anybody, I can never be criticized for it. I'm going to protect my, my creative art. I'm going to protect my spirit. No one's going to be able to touch me. Like, it's kind of like not wanting to be criticized, not wanting to have anyone see into you that way, because the Page of Wands is something that really is created from our passion, is created from our fire, is created from our spiritual understanding, right? It's our higher self's expression. This is a very creative energy. So with protection here, it's like you've been keeping your art or keeping whatever you do to express your true self in a box or hidden away from the public eye, right? Or even maybe the people around you's eye. I really feel like no one has seen this. And not only is it your outlet for your anxiety, but I also feel that you are anxious over even indulging in it, because if you indulge in it, like, you're going to have to tell people about it. And there's just this, like, cycle of, like, oh, if I do this, then I have to do that, and I have to do this, and that. Like, take a breath, Taurus. Take a breath. Okay, notice how the 9 of Swords has his head in his hands, and the Page of Wands stands, even though he's naive, right? He's standing because he's young and he hasn't had a lot of experience. He stands there proud because he knows that what he's offering is true to himself. So there's a fear here of being judged that needs to be released, especially as it relates to the way that you channel your spirit, the way that you channel your spiritual truth, the way that you channel your creativity, the way that you channel your fire. Because only you're suffering. Your attempts to protect your inner child and protect people from seeing your anxieties is actually driving you crazy. Okay? You need to provide yourself an outlet. Yeah, 4 of Cups, which comes out in your background. You need to provide yourself an outlet. And don't even worry about anyone seeing it or what someone would say about it, because I don't even feel like you're really doing it right now. You know what I mean? Like, you're worried about what someone would think if they saw it, or if they read it, or if they, whatever the medium is, how they indulge in it. However, I don't even think you've executed anything yet, because you're just thinking about executing it, and, like, that's too daunting for you. So don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't get all up in arms about what about this, what about that, before you even, cathartically release yourself into something. And last month's video was called Creative Karmic Release or something like that, I'm pretty sure. So your attempt to protect yourself is actually stifling your own creative abilities. So don't think so much about it, right? Spirit is meant to be felt. Love is meant to be felt. Expression is meant to be indulged in. Don't think about it so much. Just do it, okay? The door that's not open that was once closed. We have the Three of Cups, which actually tried to fall in reverse. So we're going to discuss that in a second. With both the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. In the rune that we have on the Ace of Pentacles is healing. So the Three of Cups is not only friends, but having fun and celebrating, right? But because it fell in the reverse and we have the Seven of Cups here, I'm going to talk about this a couple different ways. You have an opportunity to heal, all right? Like, I'm pretty sure in a creative manner, in a way that really ties your emotions into your spiritual nature and bringing it into the physical reality, okay? And it's going to be very healing for you. However, there is a tendency, again, that, because the Seven of Cups is very dreamy, and it is very creative, but it's also full of distractions. So you have the opportunity to distract yourself from healing, from creating something physical, from really executing, because their energy is here for you to get lost in your head about, well, what about this one first? And what about that one first? Like, just do something. Please do something. Because with the Three of Cups here, I feel like it's twofold. One end of it is like celebrating yourself and being really present and happy with who you are and with how you feel, and allowing that again to permeate into something real that's healing, especially if, you know, previously you have used drugs or alcohol or food or just any other type of medium to escape, because we can really escape through anything. We can escape through TV, we can escape through sleeping, not that sleeping's bad, obviously, but there's a lot of ways that we can escape and not acknowledge ourselves. So don't push off the opportunity to heal yourself in a constructive manner, because you can still, like, let's say you like to watch sci-fi shows to really like detach and escape from the reality that seems so daunting. That's fine, but in excess, like when you know that you could be journaling for 30 minutes a day or drawing or writing or whatever it is, that obviously, this feels like a very conscious turn to not channel your creativity. So really be mindful of that this month, because we always have the opportunity, we always have the opportunity to derail our progress through kind of getting emotionally inundated with, well, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do this. But at the end of the day, this is about empowering yourself. And with the Three of Cups here, especially because it landed in reverse, there's a need to remember that you can celebrate yourself and be your own friend. You don't need to wait for someone to hand you the opportunity. You have to grant it for yourself. Okay? Hope that makes sense, Taurus. Your current energy as it relates to your soul path and career for February. In your head, we have the Wheel of Fortune. In your heart, we have the Nine of Wands with the rune Wisdom. And in your foundation, we have the Ten of Cups. Oh my God, the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. This adds to 10, actually. So because I said Ten of Cups, I just want to acknowledge that with this Ten of Pentacles here, and because I said Ten of Cups, you're building a foundation right now that is not only physically stable, but emotionally stable. Okay, so know that they go hand in hand. Okay, I know that you love the physical realm, Taurus, and you love things, you know what I mean? Things that can make you feel secure. However, you have to ask yourself what their emotional value is and be honest, okay? Because at first, your ego will answer. It will be the louder one, okay? Also, you need to remember that you do have a support system that loves and appreciates you, okay? Even if they're not physically all around you, there are people that love you and support you. I also feel that you have the time and the money to invest yourself in your creative endeavors, okay? Like, And this will also ground you. Again, Ten of Pentacles is like not a care in the world. Like you're so taken care of on a physical level. So if you really want to feel fully rooted, if you really want to feel fully in your body, it's important to really engage yourself in the way that we're speaking about, which is when you channel your emotions into something real. Because you are the master of the physical realm, and it's important, well, not the master, but you do build from the physical realm, okay? You are the sign of building. So it is important that you channel your spirit and your emotions into this physical realm to give you the structure and the grounding that you've always wanted. With the Nine of Wands in your heart space, especially since it showed up prior, and we have the rune Wisdom here, it's important you don't fight off what you know to be true, okay? Because again, there's a fear here. There's a fear of self-expression. There's a fear of revealing how you feel. There's a fear of, again, there's this feeling of judgment, like I'm going to be judged. And this Wisdom rune is twofold. Like one, this Nine of Wands is saying, well, I've experienced situations before where XYZ happened when I was emotionally vulnerable, right? However, the rune Wisdom, like the King of Swords who ended up right underneath the Fool, is saying that wisdom is not just knowledge from previous experiences. Wisdom is infinite and it applies on all levels, right? All physical, emotional, etherical levels. So it's important for you to tap into the wisdom of your heart, because your heart knows better than your mind. And your mind is already ready for change, okay? Because we have the 9 here, but we have 2 10s, and then we have these add to 10. There's a desire to get it on, get on with it already, if you will. And you're looking here at the past. Your heart's hesitation is based in past experiences. And past experiences can be used as fuel for creativity. So it's just about having the wisdom, right? The foresight to use things constructively, okay? Because with the Wheel of Fortune again in your head, change is imminent and you're changing your mind, okay? I feel like but there's this hesitation to trust it, okay? So you really need to merge head and heart and really ground yourself in your body to make it all real, okay? Because there is energy available for you to kind of make it just not real. Like you can make it all like potentials. Well, it could be this, or it could be that, or it could be that. It's only going to be what you make it to be, because everything is kind of a blur for all of us at eclipse time. Like it's just a lot, a lot is coming up. So don't fight anything off. Don't resist learning from the universe. Don't close off your heart to advancing, right, on its journey, because ultimately Spirit is telling you to let go of resistance and be willing to just see yourself in your own light, right? With the Sun here, see yourself as an empowered being, because that's who you were born to be. Spirit's advice for you is the World, clarified by the Knight of Swords. On the Knight of Swords, we have the rune Success. So I feel for a good portion of you, writing is somehow involved in success, in changing the world, in changing your world, in closing a chapter and opening up another one. For some of you, it could be literally writing a book, like chapters. Because in order for things to come full circle, you need to act on what you know. Okay, with the Knight of Swords here, you need to act on what you know. And then we have, like I said, I had the rune Wisdom here. There is wisdom in your heart that you're afraid to reveal for whatever reason. Okay, and it needs a channel. It needs to get out. And I think for a lot of you, it's going to be verbal words or written words. Okay, and there's also this hesitation of judgment energy as well is kind of attempting to pump the brakes on your imminent success, the imminent shift of this chapter that you've been in. So Spirit is saying, hey, you can step into this new light yourself with the Fool. You can step into this new world yourself, or you can put things on hold and we will do it for you later. Because I feel like you're going to get messages about how to step into a new path, potentially about a new job, again, a new creative project, just a new lifestyle that you have been wanting. You have the opportunity to act on that. I feel like you're not only going to be getting messages like emails and correspondence and things like that, but I also think you're going to be getting insights quickly about things that you've always wanted to be successful in, or things that you do already redeem as successful. Like, okay, I want to create abundance in this category. Oh, I'd love to put my energy towards this. And things are going to be coming in. Okay, but the world takes time to encapsulate, if you will. Like, it takes time to, bring things to a close. So instant gratification is not going to be something that you're going to see. Okay, so it's imperative that, Three of Crystals, it's imperative that you're willing to be in the building stage. It's imperative that you're willing to recognize that things are not going to happen overnight. However, when you acknowledge that you're building something that you haven't been involved in before, you'll begin to attract relationships that are much more resonant with who you really are, as well as you're going to start to meet yourself in a place that you have previously not met yourself before. But things are going to change quickly, okay? And I feel like being able to respond, not like reactionarily respond, but being able to respond readily is going to be important to your ability to obtain this success that's coming in, okay? Most likely outcome as we go into March, we have the Four of Cups with the rune Luck, the Two of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this is work-related or passion project-related, things that you've always wanted to work on, okay? Depending on whether you're looking for a new job or you're just trying to launch or just start to invest in something that really means something to you. Now, the Four of Cups is also a very hesitant energy. A little bit for me, this is saying like you're looking for the perfect time and the perfect scenario and the perfect experience. So if you're in negotiations with a new job or an offer, like, not that you shouldn't get what, you deserve. However, it's important that you're not blocking your blessings just to stay in your old safe conditions. Okay? Because again, this is the door that's opening for you. So the outcome is the Four of Cups, but the door that's open is the Three of Cups, which is what we have here. This is what he's fixated on. Like, well, I feel very comfortable in my space of dreamy, fun time celebration. Maybe this new opportunity or this new avenue that you're contemplating requires more responsibility, requires more presence, physical presence, emotional presence, spiritual presence, and you would really have to come out of your shell in order to execute. So don't block your blessings, because Spirit would not be handing something new to you if you were not ready. Now, that's not to say that sometimes we don't get opportunities that don't actually suit us. However, you know in your heart what is true, okay? Don't go off what has happened before. Don't go off things that you've experienced before. Go off who you are right now in this moment. Because with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles here, there's definitely a new opportunity on the horizon as he's holding the world, right? To either travel for success, write for success, make huge moves, right? That you've always been wanting to, especially in relationship to your work or what you've always wanted to work on, okay? So know that, we're always abundant and lucky and creating new opportunities and getting new inspiration and ideas. However, again, we have the ability to turn it down. We always do. So just know that you have decisions to make this month, Taurus. And the mechanism that is perfection is a means of control on scenarios, which is really just our attempt to be like, you know what, I can do something better, or it's just fear. Like when we say, well, it's not good enough, it's not perfect enough, we're really just afraid in some capacity that either we're not good enough for the scenario or that we're not going to have the tools. So definitely you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone this month. You know, it's going to happen. If you really want to make this shift, I don't think you'll be moving maybe this month, but I think you're going to get word about it for some of you. But know that there are new opportunities on the horizon. Okay, so if you do turn this first one down, there will be more. But they're not going to make you feel more comfortable. Like, none of them are going to make you feel 100% comfortable. So you need to understand that you will have to step out of your comfort zone no matter what to create a change. Okay? For some of you, I think you're thinking about really moving, like, across, like, state lines, like, out of your state. Or working on something that eventually you'd have to present to the world. Okay? I handle authority with ease, and I am always respected in return. I choose healthy stimulation. During breaks at work, I speak positively with others and listen with compassion. So that goes back to what we're talking about here. No matter how stressful life gets, know that you have the power to honor yourself, to not be impressed upon by other people's energy, and there are always healthy ways in which you can express yourself and get out any harsh vibrations, if you will, that are feeling like they're impressing on you. So, Taurus, I hope that made sense. I love you all so very much, and I'll be back soon. Peace.